90 days and you could become a profitable trader. This is said by ICT himself. Many of his followers have been able to quit their jobs and become financially free after learning this trading strategy for 3 months. The strategy is called Silver Bullet, and we are going to show to you best ways to trade it. This strategy requires a specific checklist to be met. The first point we have to do is to mark the New York session open. This can be done in every session and on every pair. But for the sake of time, availability of people, and trading volume, we prefer the New York session. But just know that this can be applied to all sessions. The second thing we want to do is to identify and mark both of swing liquidity points, the sell-side liquidity and the buy-side liquidity. We mark the points before the session starts. The third step is to wait for the New York session to start and take down one liquidity side, be it the buy-side or the sell-side liquidity. The fourth step is to look for a market structure shift to confirm the trend reversal. The fifth and final step is to find a fair value gap to trade to the opposing side of the initial trend. Let's dive into the chart with live examples. The blue horizontal line represents the open of the New York session. First point checked. Now on to the second step. We mark both liquidity sides, which are the last swing low and high points. New York session has opened here, and it has taken the liquidity. The traders that bought long here likely got stopped out at this liquidity level. This is the step fourth. Market structure has shifted from a downtrend forming lower lows to an uptrend forming higher highs. And the final is the execution strategy, where we can use the fair value gap as an entry. We buy long with a stop loss below the last low and the take profit to the top side liquidity that we have marked. As you can see, the point of this strategy is to wait for New York institutions to break either liquidity side just to target the other side afterwards. So if institutions break the lower liquidity, we look for buying opportunities. And if institutions fist target the high liquidity, we look for sell short opportunities. Another way of trading the silver bullet that not many people know about is implementing the Fibonacci when there is no fair value gap, just as presented on the following live execution. We mark the liquidity points institutions look to hunt. They broke the high side liquidity, so we want to look for sell short opportunities on a market structure shift. In this example, we will show how the FIB can be implemented. We take it from the lower liquidity point to the current swing high, and we mark the 25% retracement level. If we get a closure below, we short with the stop loss above the high liquidity level and take profit to the low liquidity level. My best tips to manage risk and to pass funded accounts using the silver bullet strategy are to risk no more than 1% per trade. On these types of setups, you need very few wins to pass a funded account. And you have all the free time in the world, since this strategy is based on opening only one trade a day near your favorite session's start. It is also more preferred to trade the 5-minute time. I find it brings the perfect balance between good market conditions and a fast phase trade. Trading a lower time frame will worsen the impact of the spread, and trading a higher time frame will use more unnecessary time. Also, always check the economic calendar and avoid trading high-impact news. Take it slow. Take your profits and do not overtrade, as it is really not needed. You open 2 to 3 setups on a 100K account, you can make 10K or more per month. Tell me what 9 to 5 job pays that much. We can also use basic price action for executions, such as support and resistance. Blue horizontal line is the New York session open. We mark swing liquidity levels. Wait for one liquidity to be taken down. In this case, we can use this following as a market structure shift level. We have two entry opportunities. We can sell short on the breakdown, or we can sell short on the retest after the zone has flipped into a resistance. We can also move to a lower time frame to zoom into this support and resistance level, because on a lower time frame, the price will be moving like this. And we can take wait for a structure shift into the lower time frame as an extra confirmation. Now we sell short with stop loss above the last swing high and take profit below the low liquidity level. This is a lower risk to reward trade. It is important to know the priority of executions. The fair value gap provides the best risk to reward and probability. Then comes the rest of price action execution models. You choose your favorite strategy to use. Our suggestion is to stick to the fair value gap. And if there is no imbalance printed on the chart, do not trade for that day. ICT models preach high probability setups. Let's take a final live example. Institutions are preparing the ground to take down retail traders on the session open. We mark the high liquidity level and the low liquidity level before the session starts. The low liquidity level gets taken down. We see the market structure has shifted into an uptrend. The following order block is our execution model. We wait for market makers to bring the price down, and we buy on the retest of the zone, as usual. Stop loss below the last swing high, and we target to take the high liquidity level market for the session for a 4 risk to reward trade. As final thoughts, this is everything you need to know about the silver bullet trading strategy. Keep practicing and backtest, and maybe you can also try to implement your own strategy as a combination with the silver bullet. 90 days of mastering this simple trading system, in ICT's opinion, is enough to get yourself a funded account and start crushing it to the point where you could potentially make multiple times the income you make from a job salary in just a few trades. Make sure you follow a strict risk management plan. The guide is over for now. Prepare to crush the markets. And don't forget to subscribe and leave a feedback in the comments. Good luck, traders.